Well, hey, we are live on the YouTubes of all places. Hi everyone, just bear with. I'm gonna just post on the socials, just let everyone know that we are live. Oh, it should be fine. There is a countdown. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Hi everyone, all 11 people. I'm sure people will join as the stream goes on. Hopefully this is all working. 12. The 12th person is entered. We have good old Ryan back in the chat. Oliver, Daff YDD Kelly. I can't pronounce it. I'm so sorry. Hi everyone. Hi. How's your day going? Sorry, my mic's very in the way because we're going to be doing the watch along. I'm using this monitor rather than my other monitor, so it's a bit different. But no, my day's been going quite well. It's been quite well. It's a bit warm. It's a bit warm today, unfortunately. So yeah, I was filming today with good old Joe Street, Confused Adipose. Can't say what for. But yeah, we were filming today. It was very warm, very warm. I'm so glad I wasn't in costume. Yeah. Oh yeah, it's that like awful heat where it's like super humid and no breeze. Yeah, it's not very. I don't even know what temperatures our reached, but yeah, I never checked. I just walked out. I was like, oh my god, why is it so hot? Are you going to do a live stream for part 2? Yes, I'm hoping next week we will do part 2 because it's 2 weeks tomorrow for Time Crisis Part 3. It's mental how fast that's counting down. Crazy. I love Confused Adipose. I love Confused Adipose too. Let's jump on the bandwagon of loving Joe Street. Right. Yes. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to do a live commentary of me watching Time Crisis Part 1. It has been a long time since I watched Part 1, which is crazy with how long it's been out, but it is what it is. I hope hopefully this all works because I've never tried this before. It would actually be hilarious if it didn't work. We have Louise in the chat. I remember reacting to that episode 2 years ago. Yes, well, this won't necessarily be a reaction. It'll be more of sort of me sitting down, commentary, talk to you guys all about the juicy bits of Time Crisis Part 1, how we film stuff, little fun facts, that kind of thing. I do want to do proper commentaries in the future, but I need to get like a studio space and a sofa because I want to do it properly. Yes, right. So if I click share screen, oh, okay, I understand now. I understand. And then if I click that, wow, look at that, first time, isn't that amazing? I don't know how audio is going to correspond to you guys, whether it's going to be a case of whether you can hear it or whether you'll just have to pretend to know what is being said on the video. So, but we shall see. Just going to read a few comments real quick. Tom Powell says, hey, Luke, how are you doing? I'm doing well, Tom. Thank you very much. I'm assuming it's Tom Powell who did the VFX for Time Crisis Part 1 for the Spitfire. And we have our very first super chat of the evening. Good old Ryan. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you. Appreciate that. Big fan of the channel. Favorite Who villain? It's Omega. Omega's my boy. We're not going to talk about Empire of Death. That's not the right one. Who can tell the difference? We're not going to talk about Reality War because I've already had a rant earlier with Joe about the Reality War. So yeah, but yeah, Omega, he's my guy, my boy. What software are you using to stream? I'm just using the good old-fashioned YouTube streamy stuff. Yeah, there's nothing fancy about it at all. So yeah, just YouTube. I do want to do like live podcast sort of thing with like Dom and a few others. It would be fun to do, but it's just setting it all up's a nightmare. But yeah, so we're going to get on watching this. We'll try and keep the stream not over 2 hours today because I'm in Durham tomorrow. We are driving up and we are having a very fun day out. Not filming, but we're doing something very, very cool. We are getting a live cast done of one of the actors for some prosthetics for one of the villains in the remastered series. And obviously, if you're on Patreon and the members, you'll be seeing that in the newsletter and in behind the scenes stuff that we're going to be posting. Very exciting stuff. We've never done anything like this before, so it'll be quite cool. Yeah. Right. Oh yeah, I've heard of OBS. My friend Troy recommended it, but it's just trying to work out the logistics. It's one of those where like you can't really see if something's working until you start live streaming, and there's a chance that it might not work. Right, we shall get into Time Crisis Part 1. As you can see, it says here, last draft, because we have a habit of rendering things out multiple times. And it eventually gets to the stage where it's like absolutely last episode. This one, Luke, and there's all weird names for these episodes. So we shall begin. Let's go. Wow. I don't know if you guys can hear the audio or whether it's just me who is going to hear the audio. So you'll have to let me know whether you can hear it. It's been a while. It's been a while. Yeah. These shots were like the first test footage I did for the Blackmagic camera. And I've just realized I will have to mute this bit just in case, because we have licensed music that I'm only allowed to play once. So I'm going to mute this now, or else Tones and I might come after me. Yeah, so this scene is a scene with Lucy Grace creating the mannequin. These scenes were originally they were shot for episode 3, the original episode 3, which was called Still Life. And we never finished it. So I was so happy that I got to still reuse these shots in this episode. Yeah, I quite like the atmosphere, like the freakish mannequin with the multiple heads and stuff. Like, it was an ambitious story. It was going to have like its head turning and climbing up the walls and stuff. It was just too out of our possibilities of doing. Some CGI paint right there. Look at that! Wow, CGI paint. Yeah, a lot of this was shot like 2020, I think this was. It's crazy. It's been 5 years since we filmed a lot of this. That shot was all CGI as well with I can put the audio back on now because the song stopped. Yeah, this does have flashing images. I should have said this at the start. But yeah, you guys have probably already seen this episode. So yeah, I didn't realise there'd be this much flashing images. Ooh, creepy autons. And then we cut to a very exciting cameo. Good old Joe Street. Oh, this location was so cool to film in. Unfortunately, it's gone now. It used to be like a hub space for like content creators, photographers, filmmakers. The little Easter egg there with the Cybermen. Oh, exciting. Yeah, unfortunately, this was a place called Lampworks in Birmingham, and it sadly got closed down because the council wanted to build flats. So, and it's good. I'm gutted because part 1 and 2 is fully set in like that building, and Flatmates as well. It was also set there. Meg says, "Turn up the audio, Chief." I don't know if people can hear the audio coming through. You might hear it. Meg goes, "Hi, by the way, I'm here." Oh. I did love this. Like, we nicknamed her Lucy Grace. And the amount of times that this mannequin's been remade. It's unreal. Oh, on that shot when the three fingers go into Lucy and start pumping her with liquid plastic. Yeah. See, it was important to show these shots for part 2 with it being an alternative timeline. Because there was part 2 has a lot of cutting backs to time being altered in real time. So it was like, we need to set this up in part 1. Or else no one would know what's happening. And my light just died. God damn it.
Alright.
I'll see if I can turn my light back on. You gonna come back on?
It's just a statue.
There we go, we have light.
Solid stone. It's like an idea of a joke.
Oh, good old Doris, the weeping angel. Yeah, Docker nicknamed Doris. And when Docker first turned up to this shoot, she was in this corner in this dark alleyway. And Docker was looking, he was like, he had no idea the weeping angels were in this story. And he was just looking, going, is it me or is someone standing there just really very still? And he was like, no, Docker, it's the weeping angel. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, this angel took so much work to make. I started building it, and I think it took like 6 months of work.
Very funny.
Because I built the first one, and then it wasn't right, and I could see it didn't look right, so I had to sort of go back on myself, strip it all back, and then start again.
Tyler.
I did like doing these jump scares as well. It was quite fun. Good. Like I say, such a good location. It was so cool. Was the angel a natural structure? Yeah, so the angel was literally made of fiberglass. She was carved by myself and then like encased with fiberglass with like a stone texture. And this bit I thought was kind of cool to sort of see the angel harnessing the time energy. Because we've never seen that before in Doctor Who. So I was like, it's very exciting. Hopefully the audio is all good. I need to stop going back because my mouse pops up on the live stream. Yes, that is commitment. Much commitment, yeah. I always joked and said to Meg, like, if we couldn't get rid of Doris, that she'd just become like a garden feature. It's funny because when we drove to the location and Meg took Doris in the car, she was like wedged in the car. And when Meg pulls up next to some construction people, the Weeping Angel's head's like poking out the side of Meg's car, and he literally gave like the construction guy an absolute fright. Far across the universe. Ooh, an alien planet. And this stuff was filmed so long ago as well. I think Dom wrote this little bit of the script because we was in Blackpool, and I said to Dom, "Oh, we need to use the sand dunes for something." Get down. And I said, Dom went, just write something, write anything. Yeah, so there's a lost story up there of Tommy stealing a golden cookie.
Right, come on, let's get out of here.
There she is, the old TARDIS. Hey, Tom Powell, I've still got your old Time Rotor in storage. That's cool. Ah. I'm trying to flog my current TARDIS. If you want to buy it, Tom. I'm putting it out there.
Get out of here. Oh, relax, Tom.
I love this bit with Dom and how he just completely just drags this out. Like, they're in peril. They're in absolute danger. And the Doctor's just like, because he knows the TARDIS is indestructible. And he's like, I'm just going to drag this out.
See? Nothing to worry about.
Because this is the last scene that we did when all the lights were on in the TARDIS. Like, I think they got turned off after this because we wanted them all atmospheric lighting.
Actually, kind of we go home for a bit.
If Tom, I would if I wasn't a broke student. God damn it, Tom!
Yeah, actually, I've seen my mum in a while, and since you can't time travel, we've probably been gone a while.
Okay.
See, I like this as well with the story, how because the TARDIS has limited time trips, they haven't actually been able to travel in time. So they've been traveling in real time for like the last few months. So when they've been gone off Earth for like 3 to 4 months, they've been gone for that long.
There we are then. Home sweet home.
I really like this scene as well. Like, I love filming in public, like in locations that like Doctor Who doesn't actually normally use, like a middle of a park or something.
Did you not tell me about us?
Not yet. I will.
Sorry, I'm just reading comments as well.
I will, Helen.
Dom is very good as a Doctor. He is, I agree, 100%. I saw the potential right there and I took it. I grasped it. Yeah, it would be nice to see more Earthbound stories. Yeah.
Good job naming the destination. You guys all right?
I love that. I like the TARDIS is so unreliable that 9 times out of 10, the Doctor only gets time or space right. He doesn't get both of them right. And now he doesn't have to worry about time. He's like, I can just focus on getting the destination right.
Not really. Because I never really left. Go, you've got your families to see.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, just gonna have some alone time. Might pop and see the break.
It's funny, like, watching this and, like, being the editor and the VFX. Like, I can't see, like, how you guys see it. Because I watch it and I go, that's a VFX shot. Dom's not really there. They're not really there. That's not really... Yeah, so those shots just have, like, Tommy and Meg rotoscoped out and the TARDIS plonked in the background. I love this bit with Tommy in the tree. This is just Ben being Ben. I don't write half of this stuff. It's purely just Ben's persona coming out. It felt weird as well, like, after doing like the TARDIS trapped on Earth for so long, to have space shots all of a sudden. I remember when I was telling Dom, I was like, "This is the first time we've done space shots." The thing was when we were doing Flatmates.
What?
Nice comp work. Thank you very much. I try my best. Yeah, it's always trying to nail like the perspective with like compositions and stuff like that. We won't draw too much attention to the fact that Dom's hair grew for this one shot.
What's happening?
Hello?
Those flashbacks were so tedious to do, like constantly do them. I was like,
Not in any trouble. Please say you're okay.
someone says, I have a question. Do ask your question and I will try to clock it in the chat.
This one is the other question, so it's pretty locked up.
And that's a completely different door to the door that Molly stood at. Oh, look at that, the attention to detail.
There's not much we can do without a warrant.
That is my voice with a filter on it. Little fun fact. How do you do regeneration in a video? I might do a video on that at some point, so yeah, watch out for that. We'll see. My tracking's got even better since a couple of years ago. We watched the VFX of the day to improve. Yeah, honestly, like since I've been doing like VFX constantly now, like my tracking, I was tracking scenes of the day, and like it generally surprised me how well it tracked. I was saying this to Joe earlier. I was like, I'm so surprised, like how well the tracking's come out. Yeah. I would have loved to have done an Auton story. Like, it would have been so cool. Yeah. Oh, we have a super chat Thank you very much too. I'm going to try and pronounce your name and probably butcher it in the meantime. All Trades Jack. I'm going to assume that's how it's pronounced. Thank you so much for the super chat. Very kind of you. Very kind. Yeah, and it's your first one of the live on our live stream. So thank you very much.
It's called 10-0. I need urgent assistance and I require experts on this too.
Lauren, please tell me you didn't.
So yeah, I listen to this and I'm like, that's me on the radio.
We're sending the dispatch now.
Yeah, so the night before Christmas, that was filmed after we'd filmed this. So I got to do my Auton story eventually, but it wasn't the Auton story I wanted to tell. Yeah, just due to limitations of what we can and can't do. But maybe in future we might be able to.
New events are happening. Correct, Doctor.
Oh, here he is, the boy.
The trickster.
Good old James
How
Sutton.
yours is this?
In black and silicon. You wouldn't catch him in anything else.
You are all in grave danger. A crisis is imminent. One that threatens all of time.
See, like, I feel like as the series has gone on, every time the trickster turns up, like part 3 with the trickster, the voice. James met the actor who played the trickster,
I know your game.
and he was telling him about how he's playing the trickster. And he was like, "Oh, let's hear like your trickster impression." And James is doing an impression of the trickster to the trickster,
I have seen
which I think that's cool. That's so cool.
the fate of all time.
Yeah, and he was giving him tips on sort of like how to get the voice just right. And now James, when he's done the trickster lines for part 3, it sounds so good, so good. Like he's really nailed it.
One moment at a time, Walker.
I love this as well. How like the slow breadcrumbs of multiple villains. You've got the Autons, you've got the Weeping Angel, you've now got the Trickster. But what did the Trickster mean by that? A crisis is coming. I'm going to do this a lot. I'm going to point out things that you need to lock in because that's going to come back up. And these will come back up as well. The Trickster trying to connect to Meg. So that'll come up as well. Very important. Very important. Yeah, I'm trying to read chat at the same time, so I do apologise if I go in and out. Yeah, the purple doctor's hair never got over the regeneration. He was still deciding what length to have it. James is always a meeting voice actor. Yeah, he met Omega and did the same to the Omega actor when he met him. Oh, good old Nessa, played by Sarah. Sarah's so lovely. She's like, she brings so much of Nessa to the role because Sarah's a mom. And like every time we film with Sarah, I'm just like, just be you because you are such a mom. Yeah, I was like, just be you. This scene was like Ben's last ever shot he ever got. Yeah, so this was the last shot of Ben, and then it was like, that's a wrap on Ben Walden. Yeah, and you'll see this location again because it's coming up in the remaster. This location, it's such a beautiful location. And there's the Weeping Angel, who wasn't really there again, and she's composited in. We could have tucked the Weeping Angel up there, but because it's like the second highest point of the West Midlands, there's no way we're lugging that Weeping Angel all the way up to there because it was a killer trying to walk up to it. Yeah, I think we filmed this at I think it was 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. It was really, really early. Again, good comp. Thank you very much. Is Dom leaving after part 3? You have to find out. I'm not telling you anything. I'm just going to let you speculate and speculate.
Change your clothes. Yeah.
I like this as well. Just Meg bringing back home a big bag of washing for her mom.
All of time and space, and you couldn't even find a washing machine. Anyway, I've got something really exciting to show you. I've discovered the Wi-Fi. Oh.
Yeah, we played whether we should have Nessa go the Wi-Fi. we was like, no, let's just do the Wi-Fi because she's from the 90s and got resurrected. She's like, doesn't know what Wi-Fi is. Here he is, our next special guest star, Nerdden himself, good old Jack. I love this.
Fine. They're just work friends.
I love that you just hear Nessa in the background, but replacing the door.
What a waste of a
Series 6 happening. Series 6 is happening, yes. But we'll get on to that in the future. As in, once Time Crisis Part 3 out, I will tell you everything you need to know about Series 6. Well, not everything, because obviously spoilers. Yeah, this scene we had like a massive fan because Meg went to Bongo's bingo and won one of those massive inflatable tube arm man things. And she just brings it home one night. Like, oh, I've got this. And he had like a massive fan. And I was like, that fan would come in very useful for filming. But it was so loud. So loud. So it's funny, the two people who've just gone out was Meg and James, and then Meg's by the door as well. But it's cut cleverly where you can't see. And this, I love this, how like Dom taps his glasses and it scans the room. Yeah, it's kind of like a play on with the Sonic shades, but they're not Sonic. What does the weep? Yeah, the face of the Weeping Angel. I couldn't get it. I tried my best. I did try my best, but she does look very sour faced, doesn't she? Oh dear.
There are no traces of alien tech of any sort.
Sorry, I'm just reading the chat. Will Meg connect back to the TARDIS in Part 3? I feel like this situation. Who knows? It's a good theory. Meg could be connected back to the TARDIS again. We'll see what happens. Meg Stan's companion again. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. All three of them, Meg, Dom, and Ben, they all have character closure. So that's all I'm saying for Part 3. Yeah, it's very exciting. Yeah, so this is this is set back in time. So Dom's hair is shorter, but we filmed this the same time we did Vengeance of the Bloodline, and Dom had a haircut that went horribly wrong, which is why Dom wears the hat in Part 2, Episode 2, and then in this scene he had to just not have the hat, but his hair was just so short. Bless him, like. He was so gutted. I felt so sorry for the guy. There's nothing bad than a bad haircut. Like, he was so gutted. Oh, dear. Just checking the chat. Yes, so in still life, the next scene after this, the mannequin's eyes opened up. I can't remember if this is actually in it. I don't think it is. It's not. It's not. Yeah, so the eyes are meant to open up and she's meant to sit up, which I did the VFX shot for and everything, but we never used it. Yeah, because this felt like a right cutting off point, because it was important to sort of cut at the right times, because you didn't want to distract too much from the main story of Part 1. Dom does look great, even with like the hair not going the way he anticipated. He still looks great. It's weird seeing Dom with two hands as well, like without the glove. It's strange not seeing without the glove. I just hope Meg has a happy ending. She's the best. I wish she was canon sometimes. Maggie's canon. She is canon. We made her canon. She's in the giggle. Tom, I met Dom at Leicester Space Centre. Who convention? Wow. That must be Science of the Time Lords. Cool. And this as well, like doing something different with the Weeping Angels, having them actually whisper to their victims. I thought that would be quite cool. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, so the wind was like a massive, like a huge wind turbine from... It's on Family Guy, you know, the inflatable giant inflatable tube man and all that. Like Meg won like one of those, like the 30-foot tall ones. I love this as well, just seeing the angel move. But like she's clearly slow as well. Like she's not as fast as like a normal weeping angel. So maybe she's just a bit hungry. She needs a bit of that time feast. I find it funny how the weeping angel would technically have to open the gate manually to get through there. Like you could tell that's just like a deleted scene right there. Ooh, forgot about this. I totally forgot about this. TARDIS feeding on rift energy.
You're already fully fueled. There's nothing wrong with you, old
I like
girl.
this, how it builds up to the Doctor realising the TARDIS is not the problem. And what Tommy says in the Dateman episode, that maybe it's not the TARDIS, maybe there's something wrong with time or the time vortex. Here he is, Mr. Tommy. I love this as well, like showing more of Tommy's home life.
Tommy, where have you been?
Good old Tommy's mum.
I've just been out with a few friends.
You've been gone for a few weeks. I've been very worried.
Yeah, I really so badly wanted a scene. I wanted a scene so badly with
I've been traveling.
Tommy and John Levine as Sergeant Benton. Yeah, we did try, but we couldn't do it, unfortunately. So gutted. It would have been so fun.
I've seen things. Impossible.
Yeah, but it was good because then Tommy's mom got more to do, and you'll see her again in part 3 because she pops back up in part 3.
Megan? She's my girlfriend. I love her, man.
Ben's just like one walking meme, isn't he?
Are you safe though? Has Dad always told me what it was like?
Yeah, I'm safe.
And I like this, just
I've got
like
Meg.
Tommy
I'm the
sitting there and being like,
That's
I've
all
got a
that
girlfriend. Like, his life's finally clicking together. Like, it's just, after all of series 5 of him, like,
I hope you're going to bring this Megan
enjoying
out.
Meg's company and wanting to sort of confess his feelings to Meg. And then he's finally getting that sort of happy ending. Then he gets taken at the end of at the end of the episode. Yeah, like filming stuff like this, like seeing the Weeping Angel in the garden, it was so surreal. Like physically filming it and not having it comped in, such like a surreal experience. And this as well, I love this scene so much. Like, I was so happy when we did this scene. Just playing with the whole how the angels mess with their victims. After this came out and Time Loop, everyone was just like, you need to do a horror. I was like, I really want to do a horror so badly. And that music cuts out, light swinging. And now I've seen a Weeping Angel in someone's bedroom. So strange. So strange. And the music, yeah. And that right there is Joe Street in the background with another cameo as a unit trooper. I did build the Angel, yes. Yeah, I did. Yeah, it took 6 months and I got halfway and then started from scratch because I wasn't happy with it. That was Jack's very first line. He did such a good job, like to come in and be like plonked on set with loads of people and so be like, right, do this. This TARDIS comp was the hardest to comp. Like, trying to get the perspective right. I don't think I nailed it as good as I've done other ones, but I was like, it is what it is.
What is
I love this.
Some sort of crack.
Some sort of crack.
that? Certainly clears it.
Meg's just being sarcastic.
It's a fracture. Like a rupture in time. Must have been one the club enjoyed. Time is bleeding into this world.
Yeah, sorry that you can't hear the thing very clear. I can try to turn it off. It's probably because it's coming through my microphone.
Movement.
When the movement
This bit.
Oh! This is how the movement got around, creating fractures in time and using them as gateways.
See, stuff like this I love when you start seeing things like time up.
This.
I turn it down because I just remembered my audio needs to be clear.
All around her. Massive energy fluctuations.
That I was syncing with Dom's line. Oh, so good. So good.
Like memories, but no.
Me too. Lucy Grace.
Yeah.
New memories.
So the Doctor working
Our
out
paths
the
have
past
been
being
altered.
altered without new memories. This is why we had to include it, because it was like, if we just didn't, part 2 would make no sense with alternate timelines. Ah. We were so nervous to film this, taking a gun in public.
You're English? Are you stupid or something?
Ah.
Didn't you hear the air raid? You shouldn't be
So
out.
yeah, this is Brian, and I've known Brian for like 10 years, and I finally got him a role in the series.
What year is this?
He was so good though, so good.
Are you kidding? June 14th, 1943.
Oh man.
I'll take you back to the town. Just please, for your own safety,
Yeah.
stay put when the sun.
Every now and then we get like an actor who like just perfectly fits what I've written. Oh, so. Ooh, then who's this? Who's this? Who's watching them?
Oh, because
I love that how Tommy's mom just innocently thinks, oh, he's calling her Angel. Because she's totally oblivious to what's just happened to her son. Let me just read. We've had Tharis and Meg in canon Doctor Who now. Yeah, let's get Little Red in Doctor Who. Come on, Russell, man. What's going on? Just start a petition there, Tom. Start a petition. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Luke, you did a good job as Little Red Doctor. Thank you. I put my heart and soul into that, and I still am.
Remember that time when
I love this scene. It's just so like
we went bowling?
so nice between like the two characters.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I'm not into bowling personally.
Well, it wasn't that. It was a date.
Ah, you finally decided to go for it then. Okay.
Just like how the Doctor
Yeah.
already
What I'm trying
knows
to say is
because he's seen it a mile away.
that me and Tommy were like together.
Ah, you think I didn't notice?
Yeah.
I've seen how you guys are around each other. What? You thought because I'm over 10,000
See, I like-
years old that I would be able to notice the sign?
This is what Doctor Who misses
Come on, Megan.
at the minute. It's just character pieces, like moments with characters that like just mean so much.
I'm gonna go try Tommy again.
I'm not crying. I'm just rubbing my eye.
I'm using this to boost the signal.
Yeah. So, oh, I love that scene. I love it. That as well, that music, that off-key note, so eerie. And that reveal as well. Oh. Just like, peekaboo. Yeah, these shots, I was so proud of these shots when we got these. Dom says the development between the Doctor and Megan has been a joy to act out. There's legit layers to their friendship. Absolutely, I totally agree. I love this, like when the music's building up and building up.
Doctor!
Oh,
Oh,
no,
too late.
no. Okay.
Who made Purple's new Sonic? That was made by a guy on eBay. He used to sell like a lot of Sonic screwdrivers, metal ones. So, but yeah, so Dom got the new Sonic just to add the difference between pastel and then purple.
You all right there?
And this is Matt. He plays every villain. He plays the Cyberman. He plays the Movement. He's played loads of villains. And here he is.
I've not seen you around here before.
Oh. Just arrived?
Yeah, I can tell. The clothes are quite a bit of a giveaway.
What's this, Tom? You're moving to Birmingham in September?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, really?
I'm Hannah, by the way.
I'll be in touch, my friend.
This is the same place that I arrived.
Sorry, how long have you been trapped here for?
Just about 6 years.
I thought it was 6 months. I forgot it was 6 years.
My boyfriend, who's also sent back by the angel.
Has there been any changes to how you attack scenes now versus your... Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's scenes in part 3 which were filmed in 2021. I looked in there and I'm like, wow, like, if I could go back, I would have filmed it totally differently. Unfortunately, we can't refilm those stuff because that location's gone.
But I assume it has something to do with the time rupture.
Yeah, there was a lot of fluctuation with like
You couldn't resist, could
what
you?
we called the time fractures, because we started calling them time fractures and then time fracture became a thing. And I got really scared that people would think we're copying. I was like, oh. Then we changed it to like time ruptures, but we've just owned time fractures now. And this with Jack, I do wish that like I should have like discolored his skin slightly, made him more pale. That would have been quite cool.
I know a great deal about you.
But like the deadline for this was so tight, like it was unreal on the edit because it was coming out on the 60th. It was so tight. I had to book a week off work and literally pull all-nighters, just living off Monster energy drinks and pop noodles. It wasn't healthy, and I would never recommend it.
What? 20?
Just to get like this out, because I was like, if we miss the deadline for the 60th, there's no point.
Good question. I'm on a top secret mission.
I love this.
You?
Tommy says on a top secret mission, and Peter is just like, you.
Oh, I just thought it was funny. Not seen a funny guy in a while.
Yeah.
Suppose when there's any war, it's hard to see the light side of things.
You seem to have found your style, and it's been a
Got
pleasure to
anyone
watch your
waiting back
growth
home?
on involved. Thank you
There
very
is.
much. Yeah, well, I'm glad like we're where we are. Like it's been years and years of
Get behind me.
working. Sorry, I get distracted very easily. That's probably the ADHD kicking in, just like going, oh. And this as well, having the Silurians in there. Oh,
What? On
good
earth?
old classic Silurians. But
No.
they're
Don't shoot
based
me.
on the Silurians, like Doctor and the Silurians, but then there's like a slight
Oh, look at it.
redesign on like the torso with a bit of Warriors of the Deep. It's like a merge between those two designs.
That the Nazis were experimenting. Is that what you are? An experiment?
I loved writing this story,
I know this is all new to you.
and just giving the Doctor like too much to handle, like having all these villains come in.
Hey, you're
Meg says, "Hey, who played that Solarian?" It was Meg. Everyone always thought I played it. I was like, no, it was Meg.
I'm Tommy.
Meg played the Solarian, and I love that as well when Ben goes to shake the hand of the Solarian.
We are the Silurians, and we are the owners of this planet.
You're talking gobbledygook. God's there. And we What a
Yeah, and things like that, like gobbledygook. I had to look at like 1940s slang and sort of like incorporate like the words that they would have used back then. So gobbledygook, apparently that's what they used to say. Dom says you never know who's under a monster suit, if you know it's usually Matt. It is true.
Of course. This wasn't an attack on you. This world is at war again.
The wretched apes continue to destroy our planet.
I feel like we got the voices quite decent for like that. I wasn't going to go Warriors of the Deep. That was just ridiculous. But like, I'm glad we kind of got it close to the Solarians.
Won't win against. The Nazis don't stand a chance, and neither do you.
I love that out of fear, he just shoots first. Doesn't even bother to be like, what am I doing? Yeah, and like this as well, like turning up the shutter to get rid of the motion blur, just so it looked a bit more chaotic on the movements. Now, look at that, CGI blood. CGI blood. I can talk about this scene because this is in Doctor Who magazine. If you picked up the Cyberman edition, yeah.
So how did you get here then?
Well, I was at work and we had
Yeah, so this scene was so cool with the Cybermen on the bus.
making sure that everything was locked
But the
up.
one thing we didn't anticipate was how low the ceilings were. And when Matt came up as the Cyberman, his head was scraping against the top of the ceiling.
Yeah, I'm fine.
So he had to like duck and squat because I was like, please don't damage my helmet.
You know what?
The doctor? Doctor Who?
Yeah, you said the thing. You said Doctor Who. Will season 3 and 4 be remastered? Yes, everything's getting remastered. Everything. Season 1 to 4 plus 4 of the Doctor.
I panicked, okay? I thought he was going to attack us. Either way, those things
I like this as well, just how like you have a person who's like so paranoid with the war and everything that like he just shoots and doesn't even like question them.
This war can't end. That's too early. You didn't seem disturbed in the slightest by that creature. As if you've seen
They
it
were so
before.
good, these.
Who are you really? A German spy? No, it.
The bus scene was filmed at a bus museum in Aldred. Yeah, they were very kind to let us use the bus. Very nice of them. We just made a donation to the museum.
Phone boxes and aliens. I mean,
Yeah, which is why like we filmed it where they were sort of like in like the bus shelter about to depart. But I was very particular. I was like, it has to be a 1973 bus. Because this story here is set in the invasion with the Second Doctor. And me and Dom sat down for so long trying to work out, like with unit dating and all that, we had to sit down and try and work out roughly when the invasion was set. So we started with the Web of Fear and was like, well, this was then, and then the Brigadier says it was 5 years ago. So logically, it would be 1973.
what were they?
And then we have the Cybermen.
They're Cybermen.
I loved this sequence. Like recreating the shots. The guy from Doctor Who magazine genuinely thought we filmed this at St Paul's. I was like, no, we didn't. I was like, it's comped in. St Paul's isn't there. We just found some steps that look like it. Because unfortunately, the invasion steps, they're gone. They're all modern now from Dark Water. And I wanted to recreate this like exact. So I was like, we will find more steps. And we found the buildings that looked similar.
We're trapped. There's only one way in or out of this bus.
It's not even a pirate. It's just a break a window.
It's 1973. We're a bit more fire safety.
I love the fire safety joke.
We're gonna die.
We're not going to die. The Cybermen are going to pray this before we die. But yeah, there is one way.
Right, that's really not helping. What are we going to do?
I remember it was so warm on this day as
Really
well.
hope Tommy didn't get me knocked off.
Yeah, the necklace. So Tommy gives Meg the necklace in the date,
What it's made of?
and it's meant to be like 500 carats.
What the hell was that?
Gold. They're allergic to it. That's not what-
This scene as well.
Well, that should have sorted it.
Yeah, Chris isn't there for this shot. He's comped in as well.
Yeah.
He was filmed on the day we filmed the rest of his stuff,
Yeah.
and then he's green screened in. You would never know. Yeah, originally we had plans to deep fake Patrick Troughton onto Christopher Thompson. And I did do some tests, and it was very, very terrifying. Like, it looked like Patrick Troughton in 4K and colour. But yeah, it was when the Flash movie came out, there was a lot of backlash with Christopher Reeves. I decided not to do it. And plus, Chris Thompson is such a good doctor, a good second doctor. You know, so talented. So yeah, I was like, you know what, Chris, we're not going to cover your face up. We're going to do a David Bradley. And this guy, Stephen, he was phenomenal. He was so good. Like,
Where's your uniform, boy?
he did the very first line, and I looked at Meg and went,
We need
"Oh my
to
God."
be ready. Enough. I understand this has been
like,
done
he
to
got
you,
that
it's just taking it
character.
too
He
far.
got it.
The
Like,
Nazis are enough to deal with.
very
If
Dad's
you persist in
Army.
these talking creatures, I shall have you dismissed.
And that set as well, like, we built that set in the garden, like the trench. And all the sandbags as well. Like, we had
We're
to
not
fill up
ready.
all the sandbags. So that's gonna be one of my favourite sets. Hey, talking about Stephen is in the chat. There he is. He said, I had a lot of fun doing this. When I read the script, I instantly saw Pierce as a proper old school military type with classic stuff, upper lip. I hope I did him justice. He was so much fun to
Hoist the
play.
uniform.
Stephen, you got it perfectly. You honestly, you did it so well.
Most Cybermen don't seem to have caught up.
I don't think anyone could have played that half as well as you did. Like, you nailed it. And this as well, this was at my friend's house. His house is like very sort of retro.
So it's you.
And I was like, we need to use
Really
this.
you. Doctor.
So everything there is genuinely like 1960s, 1970s.
Megan. Megan Williams. And this is Harry.
Yeah, and like with the second Doctor's costume as well, like the safety pin, like Chris was like, I had no idea the second Doctor had a safety pin. I was like, yeah, his buttons broke and he has a safety pin holding the collar together. Yeah. We had to get him a wig as well. Yeah. We had to pay quite a lot for that wig. It was human hair as well. So I love it. Oh, sorry, I'm enjoying this bit.
Screwdriver.
I like to think that Meg told him screwdriver, and then that's where the Doctor gets the idea to call it a sonic screwdriver.
I've been working on one of my own, see.
See, and like that's where we went for that design as well, because it looks so similar to Troughton Sonic, but just sort of like modernized and extended.
We were sent back in time by a weeping angel.
And this, like, telling Patrick Troughton about weeping angels, like, so bizarre, so bizarre.
Like a crack. The Doctor called it a time fracture.
Tom says, give me a show if you need any VFX doing. I've got 4 months off and would be happy to help. Tom, where have you been? I could have done with your help weeks ago. There is a motorbike going past my house. Yeah, so, yeah, the second Doctor only uses... God's sake, Tommy. Yeah, the second Doctor only has the Sonic in the War Games. But we thought it'd be fun if he brings out the prototype in the Invasion to be like, yes, I've been working on a prototype.
I'm from the future.
Right.
Believe me. Tommy, look out there. We are fighting a new war against reptiles.
Oh my Gideon.
believe
Sorry,
everything
I'm
right
reading
now.
the chat.
If you are from the future,
Dom says
Tell me.
Chris Troughton's
that
is
time.
just so uncanny. What a performance indeed. Chris Troughton. That's what we should call him.
Stand ready!
I love this. I was like, mate, if we're having Silurians and World War II officers, like, I
Hold
want
your
a
positions.
battle between these guys.
Launch the MK2!
And that as well, like having like slight different color shades to Silurians, just to show like there are different races amongst the Silurians. I thought that was quite cool.
Very good, men.
Because in the Silurians, sometimes they appear more brown, sometimes they appear more green. Ours are quite orange, so they're quite like the warriors
God have mercy
of the
on us
deep.
all. Positions!
Every shot in this is a VFX shot as well, because it was all green screened on the set. I love this, like slow motion with the bullet coming out. Oh, so good. Oh, look at that. Just you know, when you watch this so often during the edit, it kind of loses the impact. And then you go back and watch it, and then you're like, God, so proud of that.
The doctor needs me. My doctor. I need to get back. Do you think
Yeah, I should really show like an image I've got of Troughton, the deep fake of Troughton, because it was.
You see, I wouldn't dare cross into my own time stream.
I will find it up on my phone, and I will show you guys in just a moment.
Reality apart.
And that as well, like the second doctor talking about time fractures. Mental. So mad. I don't know if you guys see that, but I need to focus. I'll show you guys later. We're watching Time Crisis.
Time floated in the past and
You're experiencing an ivory concussion.
I love the parallel editing across multiple timelines. Yeah, like I really would have loved to have done like a battle happening in all three and having it cutting back and forwards.
If you tell me
But this
that,
is the closest we got.
I'll try my best to remember it. And hopefully in 1,000 years' time.
And this as well, just like the second doctor, like getting information, remembering it, so then when Dom's doctor comes along, he's like, new memory, which ties into the whole past being altered and then remembering new
Tommy
memories.
has also been taken by the Weeping Angel, but he's not here.
So it's funny to think like Tom Baker and Colin Baker and Davy Tennant had this information in their head.
So now what?
What is that? You expect your visitors?
No, stay down. It's them. They're here. The Cybermen are here.
What do we do?
Afraid our future is catching up with us.
Let's do the Silent Screwdriver actually, featuring Fury of the Deep. Fury from the Deep. Aye. It did, yeah, and he had the whistle thing as well. That weird whistle thing.
No. The pleasure's all mine.
Yeah, I loved how I was telling everyone, I was like, no, this is not a multi-doctor story.
Okay, do we-
Because technically it's not.
Not at all. You leave the Cybermen to me.
Hmm.
I'm going to try and lure them away. Back to
I
me.
watched The Invasion so many times, and I was trying to find like a bit where the second doctor separates from
I
Jamie.
want to stay back.
Yeah, there's a scene just before he goes to International Electromatics.
Run, Megan!
And in my head, this is where that's set.
Well, they just stand up. Take me to your leader.
There was a line where he says, "Take me to your leader, Tobias." Is it
Or,
Tobias? I think that's his name. But we decided to go for this instead. So it was like loosely connected to a certain
you
scene.
to stop me. How do you even know I cause anything?
I love this as well for like the blocking of seeing Jack in the mirror in that shot.
Threatens the whole of time. Well, I haven't.
I probably should have gone to move over slightly,
I'm
but
afraid
still.
you got the wrong person. I disagree. The Doctor and his friends caused the time ruptures. You haven't done it yet.
That's
But they'll send you
important.
back.
That's
You never
important.
will.
The Doctor and his friends causing the time fractures. Park
You
that.
feel it. All of time being altered. You're being rewritten.
Megan. I remember meeting her, 1973. So that was your plan. Send us all back and separate us through time?
To prevent what you caused. Yes.
I like this. The Weeping
Not
Angel
Stop the inevitable, Doctor.
being like hired to go back and trying to stop this from happening.
How long can you go without blinking?
And how far are you willing to chase me?
And this is what I've had ideas for ages about mirrors and weeping angels.
Counting your kind. You thought I wouldn't take precautions?
And the fact the weeping angel can't move because she can see herself
The lone assassin will find you!
in that reflection. And then Jack gets his neck broke. R.I.P. Jack. Yeah, about the audio. Yeah, I think it's yeah.
I'm out.
I don't think there'd be a way to
It's
sort of
just
show
that.
the screen and
Don't stand a
me
chance.
do my
Come with their
voice as well.
advantages.
Stuff in the future. What do we do, Tommy?
None of this was supposed to happen.
I love this bit as well, just showing how ruthless the Silurians are.
I have come to understand that this world of ours is far greater than any of our minds can imagine. But I ask you,
Because he's pleading.
spare my men.
He's pleading to spare his men after they've just opened fired. And it's just like, nah, mate, dead. That the silent scream. I love doing the silent scream, and just the impulse of Holmes just throwing it, because this has already happened once. They know exactly what these things do, and just lobbing it back. I was like, because this is what like they used to do quite a lot in like the war. Like, you'd throw grenades and then people would just literally pick up and throw it back. There's so many stories about like that happening. And I loved doing this. Just the whole, with the TARDIS only having one time trip left, it only can travel in time one more time. And the Doctor having to be like, I need to work out how to get Meg back, how to get Tommy back, but not use the last TARDIS time trip. Because if he uses the TARDIS now to go back, they'll be stuck in 1973 or 1943. That was also a little fun nod. This is set in 2023. Tommy's in 1943 and Meg's in 1973. It was just a pure coincidence that everyone had 73s. Oh, yeah, 3s. And this, the Doctor working out, if I hold the TARDIS as the Weeping Angel sends me back, she will send back not just me, but the TARDIS as well. Which means I still have one time trip available. Where we filmed this is where we built the new film studio. So this was just like all the groundwork waiting to happen. And I was like, once we've got this, let's set up the trenches and do the trench scenes.
I can't. No.
Those things. They're coming. And nothing's going to stop them. They will walk over.
I love that this like affects Tommy.
Stop.
He gets a bit of like
Not until they
PTSD.
reclaim the earth.
And you see that later in the episode when he sees Meg and she's like, are you okay? And he's like, no, I'm not.
You have to.
And he gets a bit upset.
You don't belong here.
Because I think if anyone went back to World War II and saw like what those men went through, I think anyone would feel the way Tommy's feeling.
It's just me left. He won't get past me.
I remember when I told Brian about this, I was like, "Oh yeah, you blow yourself up with a box of 12 grenades."
Run!
And the amount of times on set he was just constantly going, 12 grenades. It's very specific. 12. You blew me up 12 times.
This world will never be yours.
It's injured and weak.
Injured? Correct.
Yeah, like I said, this story was so right for like the 10-year anniversary of DW 2012 and the 60th, having all these villains in it.
It's Peter Holmes. And I did my duty.
I love this. I remember when I wrote this scene, like with the Spitfire coming up, and straight away I was like, "That's the middle point of the trailer. That's what I want." Where the trailer dips down before the bass drops. I was like, "That's the stuff I want right there."
That actually worked. Nice.
Oh, Stephen says, "I immediately after my death got a message off my 14-year-old nephew who had sent the link to the episode 2. And it was just a big no." I'm so sorry, Stephen's nephew.
Well, you had one time for that.
I still do. I'll explain later.
I love that as well. I love Curse of Fatal Death reference. I'll explain later.
I'm Harry. You must be the doctor.
Yeah, so I called Joe Harry because like my granddad was called Harry. And like I'm very sentimental. I love incorporating like, you know, my grandparents into this. Like they were in the summer of '82 in the photograph, and their house was used as well.
I'm staying.
So little nods like that.
You go
Yeah.
on.
But Joe was so good.
I'm glad you found a
Like,
way.
yeah, he really enjoyed himself. We had a great time. Great time working with Joe. So now the TARDIS goes back to the future, locking in the fact that there's no more time trips anymore. So technically they'll be stranded when they get back to 2023. Yeah, this scene, it was so chilling. And you can probably see that there was a bumblebee very interested with the microphone because it keeps flying around. This scene nearly killed Ben because we did it like 8 times. Yeah. And we have the VFX in this shot of the Spitfire was done by good old Tom Powell in the chat. Look how gorgeous that is. He did such a good job by modeling that, like the reflections and everything. Tracked beautifully as well. This, are you seeing in the background, opening fire on him? Ooh, why did that time fracture open there? Park that. There might be a reason for that. But yeah, I was so happy having that shot of Tommy sliding through the time fracture.
But we only have one time trip left. I mean,
Yeah, Tom did such a good job on that. So good. I can't praise everyone who's been in this like enough.
If we are somehow able to find Tommy and use the TARDIS to get to him, we'll be stuck in that time zone forever. The angel sent us back to stop us from interfering. We will find Tommy, I promise. But one thing at a time.
Yeah, like trying to find Tommy. He could be anywhere in time. They don't know where he's gone. But coincidentally, he just ends up back in 2023 in the warehouse. Very, very interesting that. And these shots, like, see you joining the the time fracture behind Ben, and then the TARDIS behind Meg. Such a pain. But I think that's the first time I've done the TARDIS as a CGI model and been generally happy with it. This, like when she asks if he's okay, and he's like, I'm not. See that? Character.
How on earth did you get here? That thing somehow brought me home.
This line, Dom says,
The time rupture brought you back here.
the time rupture brought you back here. Seems too much of a coincidence for my liking.
Finally, we meet again, Doctor.
I'm making it so obvious that this is a thing for part 3.
Since our last encounter.
Too long.
I love this, like Meg's reaction. She's like, the last time you met this thing, it sliced your hand off. Please do not approach it, Doctor.
What are you up to? Really?
Fixing your mess.
See, now knowing the movement are the Doctor and Meg.
You're the one causing the ruptures.
Like he says, like you caused all of this. So he's fixing your mess.
What we are doing here is beyond anything you could understand.
Like I said, like sometimes when you're writing and things just work themselves out, it's so satisfying.
Truly
So
understand
satisfying.
time to full capacity.
I understand time better than you. What are you? Rogue time travelers? Altering one event to the past to the future?
Yeah. Just the fact that like the Doctors fell right into their plan.
For you, for everyone, for all of
Like the
time.
movement knew that they would run out of time trips. And they just needed the Doctor to be stuck in one place. Because then time, they can't travel back in time, they can't stop them.
All those time events ever so slowly. In the end, you've sealed your fate.
I loved this ending, this cliffhanger
Because
was
time
so
events are
massive.
accessible, the final movement has begun.
Yeah, and then you find out in part 2 that they go back to Fall of the Doctor on the end and retrieve the time scepter.
I'm going after them. And I won't rest until they've been made to pay for what they've done.
And this, when the Doctor works out that, oh yeah, I've just used the last time trip, I can't go back and stop this, I can't go back and defeat them.
Of course they did. I used the last time trip to save you. Just like they knew I would. I have no way of following them. No way of stopping them.
What are they doing?
If I go quiet, it's just because I'm really enjoying my own episode.
An ultimate time event, which will have catastrophic consequences.
It's because I haven't watched it in so long. And then just like, you! I've been working so hard to send you back in time.
I assure you.
And then she gets time erased. But will she show up again? Every time I do this is for something for part 3.
What exactly are we looking at?
Time. Deteriorating. Fracturing.
I love this. Just time fracturing, different timelines bleeding in.
Guys, you trust me, right? Good. Well, we need to get back to the target.
This is definitely one of my
Something
favourite
takes place.
scenes.
This timeline is going to collapse, but I can't stop it.
It's so sweet when Ben's just there looking up and like, it's like, oh, this bit, man, this gives me goosebumps. Just that riser. Yeah, there we go, goosebumps. The riser into just the music cuts out and the silence. I don't know, I love ending like episodes on like a massive
Come
cliffhanger
on, then, Toy Boy.
where like
Good.
you just like, how the hell would like the Doctor get out of this?
What's happening to him, Doctor?
It's the movement. They also done event, and now time is catching up.
So you'd
I'm
never
catching
think,
the
oh, you
event.
think, all right, yeah,
We're
Tommy,
moving back towards the eye of the storm.
something would
We've
happen
got
to
get back
Tommy,
the TARDIS.
but nothing would happen to Meg, and nothing would happen to the Doctor, and then to have something happen to all three of them. Oh, I loved it. So good.
Everybody.
I'm not leaving you.
Yeah, as we're filming this scene, you've just got Docker, Jack, and Joe just stood off to the side watching. And Joe was like, wait, does Tommy die in this episode? I was like, he gets time erased, but don't worry, he comes back.
Right.
So he's in part 2, don't worry.
Of course.
Okay.
Hmm.
We've never said it. We may not get the chance.
And this moment as well, this is so important. So remember
Don't
this.
say goodbye. Tommy.
The first time he says I love you, and Meg doesn't say it back. And then he goes.
Megan, I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
Meg's pure talent, giving it her all.
But we need to go.
No.
Now, come on, please.
No.
We have to go. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Tommy says I love you, but Meg doesn't say it back, and she doesn't say it back here as well.
Got to go.
But there's a reason. You'll find out. You'll find out why.
Nick, please tell me this has got something to do with you. The movement.
I love just
Listen to
seeing
me,
all
as this is
these
vital. You need to
different,
get to the TARDIS and
like,
fast. Doctor,
all these different
I've got men here disappearing.
characters
I can't
that
just
we've
abandon
followed
them.
all through series 5 just
Father,
disappearing.
Nick, please, you have to listen to me. You've got to go. Because if you don't, you will be lost. And not just lost, you'll never have existed in the first place. So please, you have to.
I remember when we
Nick.
filmed this, we went over what we agreed, and like I was like spoke to Chris who owned the place, and I was like, "Can we have it for another 2 hours, please?" Yeah, because filming takes so much longer than like you'd imagine. Like, you always expect, oh yeah, but 4 or 5 hours, 8 hours later, you're still filming.
Oh, come on, Megan, pick up.
And again, this is also very important. Nessa's voice message. It's important for part 2, and then it also comes back up in part 3. Very important.
Don't worry about you.
And this, not Nessa's voiceover, and the cutting back, and the eerie music. Oh,
I'm so proud.
I feel like these last few episodes were like the most proudest ones I've like edited. And that's where you get the panning on the phone, because it's like, oh, this is important. Here he is, good old Fraser. Even Fraser's like, bugger me. Even Torchwood can't deal with this. And there he goes. It's like these characters don't just get blipped out of existence, they're getting erased from time. This is the timeline shrinking and collapsing in on itself. And we get to see Scarlet. We had Lizzie come back. I messaged Lizzie, I was like, do you want to come back for a cameo? It's for the 10-year anniversary. She's like, yes, I want to come back. I was like, you get a nude. And we called him Gertrude, but Gertrude spelt with ood on the end. I don't know if that's in the episode, but yeah, there's a little headcanon. We call him Gertrude.
We will get
Gertrude Food.
everyone back. I promise you. Trust me, right? Trust me. The TARDIS will be able to protect us. Everything will still be fine.
Well, Marvel did the whole just erase from time, and erase from existence. This is
Megan?
like the time, the events are being altered, and it's all fading away. So basically, Series 5 restarts with the Pastel Doctor in episode 8, part 2 of this. And I love this bit with Dom, how he tries to get to the TARDIS and he just doesn't make it. And that eerie shot of the TARDIS door open. Loved it. Loved it. To be continued. Wow. Isn't that just amazing? Oh, so good. So good. So good. There wasn't I don't think there was a next time trailer for that, was there? There was not. Right, we shall stop sharing because we've just reached the end of the watch along. And I'm going to swap my things back over. There we go. Yeah, the theme is so good. It was done by a guy called Void Stuff on YouTube. So shout out to him because it was a beautiful theme. Beautiful theme. And there we go. There we go. Like, I love watching back on that and just being like, oh, that's so cool. So you did the whole disappearing thing before? Yeah, we did it before Sutek. Yeah, I mean, we even did Sutek before Sutek. Like, he was originally written to appear in part 3 as seen in the trailer. But unfortunately, we were going to cut it because he appears in season 1. And then I saw what they did to Sutek, and I was like, no, I'm bringing Sutek back. I'm going to do him properly. So, yeah. Yeah. Rory says, part 2 has a better story, but I love the action and time-winding stuff in part 1. Yeah, I mean, part 1 is a lot of setup, and it is sort of like an anniversary episode. But yeah, part 2 sort of where the story is at, and so is part 3. But yeah, we will watch part 2 next week. And I have no idea what's going on with my hair. I think I'm just too warm. It's giving up. You even brought back the toy. Yeah, we did. We brought back the toy, mate. I'm so glad we got Flatmates out before the Giggle came out. Yeah, I'm so glad we did. Otherwise, it just looked like we were copying. And it's like, no, we filmed this. We filmed this back in 2020. Absolutely not. Yes. Are there many versions of Time Crisis Part 1? I've only got the final draft. Every other draft before that would have just been like an error in the edit or like color grading tweaks or VFX enhancement. So yeah, like there wouldn't have been much, like, you know. We do have a new video coming out soon though, which I might as well promote here. So we have a video coming out for the deleted scenes of Series 5, and you've got 10 minutes worth of deleted scenes from all of Series 5, from every episode apart from Most Hated Man and then the Time Crisis trilogy. So yeah, and then tomorrow we have, because Rory's just reminded me by popping up, I saw the Dalek Dictator. Dictate. It's not Dictator. He's a Dalek Director. I'm so sorry, Rory. Yeah, we have an episode out tomorrow behind the scenes of Rory showing you guys how to do Dalek voices. So yeah, so it's very, very cool. Very, very cool. That's coming out tomorrow at 12 p.m. So make sure you watch that because it's quite exciting. Rory has done some really cool 3D animation for different I can't even think. It's been a long day. Yeah, different animations for like different Dalek voices. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, so if you're a member, you would have had early access to the video. So yeah, one of the perks of being a member. I'm trying to keep the Patreon and the members like different perks for either, so people can obviously pick and choose. So yes. Luke, will you post a video on the new parts for your TARDIS? I will, absolutely. Yeah, I will do it eventually. Yeah, I've got so much content planned for like the next week that I don't have time to release it. We're doing daily shorts of like recaps of Series 5. There's another one out tomorrow with Dom for Vengeance of the Bloodline. And then we have a few more shorts coming out the week after for like what to expect in Time Crisis Part 3. So yeah, it's very exciting doing all this content, and just going back and reading a few comments. But no, thank you everyone for like joining like the watch along. Like this is the first time we've ever done a watch along. I had no idea how to do it, and then I was like, oh, there's a screen share right there. Yeah. I will also show this because I just want to. Last week, I went to a book launch for Sophie Aldred's new book. The book is down there. I will get said book. One moment. For this brand new book, look how thick it is. Wow, it's so cool. It's called Ace, and it's a book all about Sophie Aldred, and I'm dropping stuff out there all about Sophie Aldred's pins and stuff. And yeah, this is just general conversations now. Let me try and find where it is, because there is something in this book which we should just show. We have Meg is in the book. No, that's not Meg. It's the opposite way. The camera's mirrored. I do apologize. So we have. That's not Meg either. There. It's Meg as Ace. So cool's that. Meg's in a book. There she is. It's Meg. Wow, so cool. This is the Ace book. I can't put the sleeve on. Yeah, and I have signatures. I met the fantastic Terry Malloy and got his autograph. Yeah. It says, to Dr. Luke, time to die with Ace. Yeah. I had one of Colin Baker as well, the glorious Colin Baker. I went dressed as the Sixth Doctor because I completed the Sixth Doctor cosplay. I really wanted to show Colin my Sixth Doctor's outfit. Yeah, there he is. Look at that, Mr. Colin Baker. And he says, to Luke, a well-dressed man. Colin Baker. And I had a photo with good old Colin, and here is the photo. Look at that. Oh, wow, so beautiful, so gorgeous. See, it's very strange because like the camera's there, but like the screen's there, and I look to the screen to see. So when I do this, I'm like, oh yeah, it's the camera. But there he is. Look at that, Colin Baker. Yeah, lovely guy, lovely chap. I've met him so many times, but I was like, I need a proper photo with Colin. And I need a decent one with Peter and with Sylvester as well. So I was like, I want to cosplay as the Sixth Doctor and show Colin. Yeah, and as soon as he saw me, he walked past and he went, now there's a well-dressed young man. So I was flattered by the fact he called me well-dressed, and I was also flattered that he called me a young man, so very kind. Meg says, have you got the Cyberman Doctor Who magazine? It's over there. I'll grab it. I grab it just to promote stuff. And if you haven't seen already, we are also in DW 2012 are in this Doctor Who Ultimate Guide, Cyberman Ultimate Guide. Yeah. So it's a cool book all about Cybermen from all the different periods. And we were interviewed by the lovely Doctor Who magazine. It's got Richard Price as the Cyberman. It's got also about fan films. And then on said page, there we are. A whole page for Time Crisis Part 1. Yeah, it's very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. So cool. So cool. Oh, dear. Time Scale says, howdy, folks. Howdy. You've missed the entire watch-along. Sarah, you've missed the watch-along. What happened? Oh, dear. Oh, she's back. She's back with the questions. Sarah Glover. She says, Luke, I lied. I got more hard questions. If you could make Little Red's era canon at the expense of another Doctor's era, who would you replace? Can't be 8, 14, or 16. Who would I replace? I'm not replacing any Doctor. Absolutely not. I would prefer not to make a Little Red Doctor's era canon if it replaced any of the Doctors. So there you go. Difficult question answered. Yeah, no, they're all wonderful. I would never I love every single one of them, all of them. So I never could. Yes. Meg says, Sarah, send more difficult questions. It's great. Meg, do not encourage Sarah. She is a troublemaker and a menace. Replace Hartnell and upset the fandom. I will replace the Morbius Doctors. There you go. I'll replace the Timeless Child. That could have, to be fair, that could just be, that could have been a great answer. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I can't believe Time Crisis Part 3 is 2 weeks tomorrow. It's insane. Absolutely insane. I don't know where time went. It's unreal. Yeah, why weren't you the Doctor instead of Billy? Well, Tom, they just couldn't afford me. Even the Disney money, there's not enough money in the world. That would. I'm joking. I joke about that all the time. Every time people go, oh yeah, you should be showrunner. I'm like, they couldn't afford me. So, but if anyone knows my sense of humor, you would know. I'm joking. I'm not being serious. We kept saying before that Reality War, we were expecting to regenerate into Little Red. I mean, it would be great if I was watching the Reality War and I saw Shooty regenerate into me, and I'd be like, hang on, I don't remember filming this. Yeah. Is it every timeline that was affected by the events of Time Crisis Part 1? So, Time Crisis Part 1, so story-wise, headcanon-wise, there are multiple timelines, like alternate timelines, but they kind of only exist for like a moment before getting erased because there can only be one timeline, like the sacred timeline. Yeah, Marvel, I see what you did, stealing that off me. So there's only one timeline, and as you see in Part 2, the movement were part of a timeline that got erased. And you'll see more about that in Part 3. There's more of a discussion about timelines and stuff. So this timeline gets erased because this timeline was never meant to happen. Ever since Little Red uses the time percept, none of this was actually meant to happen. So, so time gets erased back to how time flies, and then that starts off again, which is what you see in Part 2. Yeah. Someone asks, what happened to Series 2? I want to see Series 2 again. Maybe you should make it like Series 1. Series 2 is being remade. It is being remade. It's just taking a lot longer, and the focus at the minute is Series 5. Dom's in the spotlight. He's the Doctor. He deserves his time to shine. Forget about me for like Series 5. I'll be back with the remaster. Once Series 5's out, the remaster comes out. That's the plan. That's the plan. So just bear with, because like Series 2 is exciting, and we've got so many talented people in Series 2. It's very exciting. And yes, you get to see the brand new TARDIS eventually. We're still filming Series 2. So, I should point that out there as well. Yeah. Jobo Gamer has said, how is the best way I can fund this? I love this. Well, thank you very much. We have a Patreon. So we have multiple tiers on the Patreon. Once this video is uploaded, I will drop the Patreon in there because I forget to do it every live stream to drop the Patreon. Or you could just search for DW2012 on Patreon. We have several tiers, multiple tiers that range from naming the credits to ask Luke a question to newsletters, video calls with Luke. And we even have a sort of exclusive behind-the-scenes stuff. So it's definitely worth checking out. Definitely worth checking out. And like every penny we get from that goes back into making the series. And it means that we can push the boat out and break boundaries constantly. Like, yeah. Stand by. I'm signing up. Thank you ever so much, Jobo Gamer. Honestly, I appreciate that so very much. So very much. Dom says, an honor to hand the reins back to Little Red after these many years. Dom's going to go in retirement for a few years, and then we'll wheel him out later. Yeah. Like I say, like we have so much content coming. Like Series 5, like everyone thinks the show's going to end at Series 5. It's like, no, it's not. Series 5 is like a footnote in what's yet to come. Like you've got Series 2, you've got Series 3, you've got Series 4, all that's coming out. Like the episodes are totally different, totally reimagined. Yeah, and then you've got part 3 of Time Crisis coming out. You've got all behind the scenes content. You've got the new version of Fall of the Doctor that will be coming out. All very exciting. All very exciting. I'm just going to read a comment up there because what did I read? What did I read? Will Night of the Scarecrow be coming out as a remaster? Yes, it will. Yes, it will. That story is going to be so good. So good. Totally different. Totally different. Oh, dear. If you were offered showrunner or doctor, which one are you picking? I'm picking showrunner. I mean, as much as I would love to be Little Red as a BBC doctor, I don't think I could do it. Yeah, I think I could, comfortably sit in the commanding seat and be like, right, I know the perfect doctor. His name's Dominic G. Martin. I want him in. This would be my pitch to the BBC. I'd be like, right, I've got a doctor. I've got a whole timeline of doctors. We're getting these guys in. I know the companion. We're getting Meg Shirley in. We're getting Mega's, we're getting Tommy Benton as Ben Borden as Tommy Benton. Yeah, it'd literally be the case. It's literally what I would do. Ah, dear. Will the changes in the new TARDIS get mentioned in the remaster, or it will be mentioned? There's a scene, and there's a point when it changes. So again, wait and see. Wait and see. It's Series 5. It's Dom's time to shine. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading comments. Sarah's just asking Dom and Meg more difficult questions. That's fine. Tom says they're going to do this till they're 90. Absolutely. This is the running joke. Like the amount of times I've said it, I'm like, you're doing this till you're 90. Yeah. Jonah asks, I am slightly obsessed with DW2012. Well, thank you very much. And I'm curious, you don't have to say, but who do you have a doctor lined up for after Dom? Not that I want Dom to go anywhere. I love purple. Well, that's quite an interesting question. With a very interesting topic, isn't it? That who is the next doctor? It's very interesting. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything at all. I know what happens next. I know what happens after Time Crisis Part 3. I know what happens in Series 6. I know where Series 6 goes and who's the Doctor in Series 6. But I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you. Tom says, don't stunt cast. I won't stunt cast. Yeah, we've got... We've got Catherine Tate for one clip only. Oh, yeah. Now, wait and see. Wait and see. Like I say, you guys keep speculating because I absolutely love it. Yeah, I do love it. So, because I'm not telling you what's happening. So far, no one, not one person has got that ending right. So, I can't wait to see you. Yeah, actually, this is a good time to sort of talk to you guys about it. If anyone would like to do a video reaction for Time Crisis Part 3, please do. Because I want to see all your little faces. I want to see what happens to all your innocent faces when that episode goes out. Because I'm just, Oliver says, "Oh, do it. Please do. Please do." The episode is an hour long, and I don't expect you to do like the whole hour. So if you want to like just chop out bits, that's totally fine. But if you do it, I will guarantee you, I will watch it. I'll watch it on my big telly. I will watch it. Like, yeah. I mean, Louise, a fan of the channel, she does reactions, and it's like we love seeing Louise's reactions. I would love to see more. Yeah, I want to see your reaction. Yeah, I will push this closer to the day. I will be reminding you all, please do reactions because like there is stuff in that I just want to see. And we have Shadow Jedi Knight, our YouTube member, in the chat. Hi. Thank you for still being a member. I appreciate it. Josh says the next Doctor is Secret Luke in a bald cap. Damn, did the leaks get out? God damn it. Jojo Gamer has just bought Little Red. Welcome to the Patreon. You will get amazing perks. I can't remember what Little Red. I think Little Red asked Luke, and then the newsletter as well. So yeah, it's a good one. And you can see everything now on the Patreon, all the behind the scenes stuff and the spoilery pictures, the Cyberman redesign, all for like the remastered series. Dom said, "I'd rather be the Doctor under Luke." Low, my man. We'll get it right, Dom. We'll get it right. We won't be doing 8 episodes, Dom. We'll be doing 12 episodes. We won't have Sutek as a dog. And Omega will be back in full glory. Yes. I'm just reading the chat now. Dom says, "I didn't say I was in Series 6 either. I might be. Might not. Who knows, eh? Who knows?" It would basically be Reality War, but if it was good. I mean, I hope it beats Reality War. I certainly hope so. There's a lot of pressure on that because when we watched it in cinemas, there was a guy in front after the credits rolled who turned around and said, "I hope Time Crisis has a better ending." And I was like, oh God, oh God. I really hope so. Yeah. See, the thing is, like with Time Crisis, it's a character piece as well. Like you are going to get some beautiful moments with these characters. Like there is so much stuff right in that episode. Yeah. I'm just reading comments. Sorry, I'm going quiet. If any service additional leaks Time Crisis, at least you've got a short list of suspects. Oh, there is only like so many people who know how that episode ends. Like Rory was asking me, any chance I could see a cut of Time Crisis? I was like, I'm so sorry, mate, but I know you're part of the crew. I'm not showing you anything. Because, like, the ending, like that. Oh, I'm not saying it. Not saying anything. Oh, dear. Jobo Gamer says, I'll do a reaction and then shove it on UK Glimpse. Oh, please do. Like, I absolutely want it. I want to see these reactions so badly. It feels like just yesterday that Dom was the new Doctor. Dom has been cast as the Doctor for 11 years now. Like, he's one of the longest running Doctors. And he was announced in 2017, I want to say. Yeah, 2017, Dom was announced. So Dom has been the Doctor for a very, very long time. He might have only had one series, but the beauty of that is that you don't see everything. Like, there are still so many adventures that could have happened between, like, Summer of 82 and Flatmates. One series in 11. Well, technically, he didn't start filming until 2019, 2020. And Dom has been wrapped for the last year. Yeah, no, Dom's been wrapped for 2 years. Oh my god. Yeah, because we wrapped 2023. Oh my goodness. Wow. Wow. Will part 3 tie into Echo's destiny? It will not. It will not. Dom said, I've outlived 3 Doctors. Yeah, me and Joe was talking about this today. Like, Joe was mentioning how his Echo series, for each episode, like each film of the Echoes, he's had a completely different Doctor. So they started with Jodie. Then the second one came out was 14. And then the new one, part 1 came out was 15. And now technically when the next part comes out, it will technically be 16. And someone made a comment before saying that Ncuti became the Doctor and left as the Doctor in the same distance it took for Time Crisis Part 1 to 3 to come out. Yeah. It's mad. Absolutely mad. Oh yeah, so yeah, Joe's been. I didn't watch his last live stream, unfortunately, but I saw him today. So, I'm just reading a few comments. Yeah, I'm probably going to wrap this up in about 10 minutes. Round it off for 2 hours. That's quite nice. Will we ever see K9 again? You will see K9 in the remastered series. You won't see K9 in series 5 or 6. Ncuti was known to be the Doctor for longer than he was. Like the date between the announcement and the giggle is a bigger gap between giggle and reality. It's mental. Absolutely mental. Sarah says the next Doctor is your cat. It's true. Piper is the feline Doctor. Will we ever see K9 Mark II Australian? No, we won't see him again. No. You'll see when K9 comes back in the remastered series 3 and 4, he's actually the classic version that you'll see. And he'll be the one in the remaster. So that's exciting. Shadow Jedi Knight says that he won't do a video reaction, but he will do a review video. Go for it. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to see that. Tom Powell, Dougadoo cameo in series 6. Tom, if you can CGI the Dougadoo, we'll put him in series 6. Oh, it starts again. Are you handbuilding the K9 unit? I've got a fiberglass K9. So I just need to finish him off. I have a lot of things I need to finish off, unfortunately. M. Scott Studio says, any advice for a fan series? Do whatever you want. Don't let anyone say you can and can't do this, because you can do anything. Absolutely anything. Yeah, don't let anyone say you can and can't do this. Like, tell the stories you want to tell. Oh my goodness, what is this? Shadow Jedi Knight sent 1 DW 2012 gift memberships. I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what a gift membership is, but I will find out when the live stream ends. And we have a new member. Welcome to Blue Box, Abigail. Thank you so much for joining the members. I appreciate that so much. Like, yeah, it's great to sort of get more of you guys sort of on board. Yeah, I don't know what to say to half of these things. Like, it baffles me that like I have an audience out there that dedicate their time and want to support the show. Like, it's just, for me, it's like yeah. Thank you. That's all I'll say. Thank you. Have you got any surprising returning villains? Have you any surprising returning villains planned for the next year? Yes, I do. There are some exciting villains. Scarlet should return. She should. Absolutely. Are you planning on any... can't talk English. Try again. Are you planning any more audio adventures? Yes, I am. We have some things coming out after part 3 of Time Crisis. We have a cool little side thing coming out. So we've got content. We've got content galore. I've got so content backed up on my YouTube for the first time ever, and I'm like, finally, content. Is it canon that Tharis is actually Clive's nephew in your series? Absolutely. Yeah, he's either that or the God of Leaks. Yeah. Like, honestly, like, the content we've got coming up is like so cool. Like, we're working with so many new talent as well. Like, I'm very, very excited to sort of release the things that we've got planned, because we've been cooking for a long time. Yes, the remastered series and all that content is going to be like pulled pork, because that cooks for a long time. TARDIS tour, please. I will do a TARDIS tour, like a proper one. I need to do one before the set comes down, because that day is getting closer and closer. Tharis is in Wish World, whilst Ellie Littlechild is in Lucky Day. Did you know that? Actually, Ellie did confirm that she is not in Lucky Day. It's just someone who looks just like her. But I do have a friend of mine who is in Robot Revolution, funnily enough. And we watched it, and I looked and I went, hang on. And then I messaged, I went, are you in Robot Revolution? And she just sent me a photo. She's like, yeah, I have. And I was like, of course you are. Yeah, so excited for everything in the future. Absolutely. Like I say, whilst we do disappear for quite a lot of the time, we are constantly working on stuff. Like, it never ends for us. We work day, night, constantly, all the time. Yeah. Will Dom continue working on the series behind the scenes? Dom will continue working on behind the scenes stuff. Yeah, Dom's, like I say, like you've like, there's still so much more of Dom. Like, so much more. Like I say, we've got things planned with Dom. He's going to help out a lot on the remastered as well. He's offered his services. He's doing it till he's 90. It's true. You guys still doing MCM? MCM is MCM London, or because that's just gone, or Birmingham. We'll be at the Birmingham one for sure. Tom says till I'm 90. Yeah, we'll be at the Birmingham one. Yeah, I don't think we'll be doing LFCC. I know someone asked that earlier in the chat. I was meant to read it out and I didn't. Yeah. Fair. Yeah, fair. I mean, London's a bit like, with the trains being so expensive, like to try and do it all in one day, it's so expensive. And I don't really enjoy the London cons because they're so busy. So busy and like so warm as well in the middle of summer. Like originally I wanted to go to LFCC to see Colin, to get the photo with the Six Doctors outfit. But I've just thought I've ordered some new, because basically last week I got to see the screen use Six Doctors outfit in person. And I was like, oh my God, look at it. Just look at it close up. And yeah, when I looked at that, I was like, I'm already planning alterations to do with my Six Doctors costume. So yeah, so I ended up buying even more fabric. So maybe I should go meet Colin again and get another photo in the Doctor's outfit. We'll have to see if we can catch up in Birmingham at some point. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we're always at the Birmingham cons. It's our local, we have no excuse. It's like if we don't turn up, that's just rude. Yeah. What would you recommend for alien planet locations for fan films other than beaches? To be honest, I've struggled so much to find like off-world planets in the UK. Like everyone says, oh yeah, you just use a quarry. Guys, do you know how difficult it is to actually have access to a quarry? Like, they don't just let anyone walk in, like, at all. Like, the amount of times I've tried to get a quarry and they've come back with me like, you need liability insurance. You need to spend like 2-3 grand to hire it out. I was like, bloody hell. What is Doctor Who doing? Constantly going to quarries? It's expensive. Yeah, so I would love to use a quarry at some point, but yeah, you can't. Unfortunately, health and safety, they don't just let you walk in and film. So it's a shame because they're beautiful places, absolutely beautiful places. Oliver says, Luke, in my fan series, could I make a faint callback to your Doctors? To be honest, I would say you don't need to do that at all. I think when doing your own fan series, I think it's so important that you establish it as your thing. So personally, what I would say is instead of like doing callbacks to our stuff, create your world and like the previous Doctors and stuff like that. Like just be able to call back to your own history. It's like, you know, that level of world building is so much better than like, you know, using other people, which is still like, it's what we've done. Like, you know, we started out with nothing and then we have over time built up this whole world of characters and have callbacks to those characters. So yeah, that would be my advice. My advice. I know of a small old quarry near me. It's been disused for years. Interesting. I think like one thing like with filming in locations, I always, especially if it's private property, I would never go onto private property and just like, I'm going to stop filming. Yeah, I think if I went into somewhere which I knew was private, but it was just disused, I would feel very uneasy. Because to me, it's trespassing and like, you know, I don't like breaking rules. I like to do things by the book. I like to make sure, because it's just like, you know, if that was my quarry, I wouldn't want people walking around in my quarry. Yeah. So yeah, he's probably privately owned, but you probably find that they've just let it fall into disuse. But like, if I could get access to a quarry and have permission to use it, then yeah, I wouldn't mind using quarries like that. I would like to see Omega in DW 2012. Wow, today's your lucky day, Sam, because Omega is in DW 2012. He appears in the Series 3 finale. I wouldn't recommend watching it. It's not great, but wait till the remaster comes out. That's going to be beautiful. He's in Fall of the Doctor, and he's in a few episodes of Series 4. And he's in the traditional sort of 3 Doctors look. So yeah, very exciting. We have just hit the 2-hour mark, so I'm gonna have to start wrapping this up because I've got an early start tomorrow. Because I'm off to the good old town of Durham for the first time ever in my life, where we are going to do a live cast for some prosthetics for one of the villains in the remastered series. Yeah, look at that, exciting. Yeah, so it should be fun to do. So exciting times. Can't wait to see more of Docker's Valyard. Yeah, Docker will be back in the remastered series as the Valyard. Exciting stuff. Exciting stuff. Oh, I'm so warm. This weather's horrible. I don't know what's going on. Like 2 nights ago, I was in my dressing gown and I was so cold. And now I'm like, I'm absolutely baking. Absolutely Tom baking. That was awful. Right, guys. I am going to start wrapping this up now. Yeah, I'm West Midlands based, as you can probably tell by the accent. But yeah, it is very warm. Yes, right. So, thank you everyone for watching the live stream again. I was going to do a live stream last week, but I opted to have a week off because we've done it 2 weeks in a row. But we'll be back next week for another watch along of Time Crisis Part 2. Part 2. Yeah. And then Time Crisis will be out the week after, which is mental. Absolutely mental. So, yeah, Sarah, go away. You've got a whole week to think of something more annoying to ask. It's always fun to see you in the chat. Yeah, always fun. Yeah, so guys, thank you ever so much. Don't forget to hit the like button. I know everyone asks to do it. A lot of people don't do it. I don't do it. I don't know why. But if you could hit the like, it'd boost the algorithm. Benefit your boy. And yeah, it'd be great. And then subscribe as well, because we're almost at 25,000. We're almost at 25,000 subscribers. And that's mad. And it would be nice to sort of keep pushing that bar. So please, hit subscribe and join the members or join the Patreon. You get awesome perks and it's very exciting stuff. And we have super cool exclusive content coming your way. DW becomes a cult. Why not? Why not? So thank you ever so much for watching. Remember, video out tomorrow, live stream next week, more shorts. Keep enjoying the content and we'll keep on giving it to you. Yes. Thank you all for watching and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye for now. Bye. Bye.